Well, hello there to my coming to you with your general reading. All right, Leos, happy first of the month. The moon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of good luck and good fortune. Let's see if we can get some good luck and good fortune going for you. Let's see what's going on. And we have a full moon on the 7th, on the same day as a total lunar eclipse. Total lunar eclipse is about totally letting go. The day before that, on the 6th, Uranus goes retrograde in Gemini. That's important because that's all about communicating how you're closing out cycles, right? So Uranus is the Fool card, and so you're saying, okay, Fool card is the first major arcana, right? So the last one is the World card. So how you closing out cycles, enforcing boundaries in love, right? So you're closing out cycles, but you're embarking on a whole new journey. So how you communicate that, by however you're communicating. I will accentuate the positive in myself and in others. So as you're closing out cycles and accentuating the positives in yourself and in others, that's how you're going to close out a cycle. So you're saying, okay, I'm closing out cycles in love, but as I'm doing it, I'm accentuating the positives in yourself and in others, right? So that you can embark on a new journey. Something has been a nightmare for somebody. Something has just been a nightmare. You're just trying to wake up from a nightmare. You're trying to wake up, right? And that's a good way to do it. It's just close out cycles and raise your frequency. So by now, somebody may know how I conduct my readings. I channel messages. I'm channeling messages as I'm reading cards, right? So that means if I pick up on low vibrating energy, I'm shining a light and helping you come to a higher frequency, right? So I'm not talking about me. I'm picking up on your energy, okay? That's what channeling is. Let's do it. General reading, so take what resonates with you. Take what resonates with you. You'll see how many people have a lot in common. You can read the comments. A lot of people have a lot in common. Or you can just look at social media and see how many people are connected. Yeah. But somebody feels left out of something. Somebody feels left out in the cold. Somebody feels like they're left out of a conversation. Somebody feels like, they have, low self-esteem. And this is somebody in your family. A Taurus. So with your emotional intelligence, somebody feels like they're not a part of something. And so they feel like you pick up on their emotions in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So somebody may need you to keep them close. That connects us with Capricorn. So it could be a Taurus moon. Somebody feels like you have the emotional intelligence to keep them close. But somebody feels left out in the cold. Possibly with a parent, a father maybe. Because I'm seeing a man here on this card. So again, this is where somebody's accentuating the positives in yourself and in others. So no matter who else is being talked about, somebody's accentuating the positives in yourself and in others. Like somebody just doesn't need to hear any more negativity being poured into who's connected to what. Something has just been a nightmare. Yeah, all of these cards are for pouring. Yeah, how somebody's making their money, how people are accepting money, what people are tied into. Like somebody is just over it. Like I said, something has just been a nightmare. Just to keep hearing something just being repeated over and over and over again. Yeah, so somebody has completely just shut the world out. Yeah. Somebody has just completely, shut all of that mess out. Just being conservative with their time. Yeah. So there's been a total transformation here. 4 and 9 is 13, so a total transformation. But somebody's not giving any air to something. So no air whatsoever. You're focusing on multiple streams of income. and have awakened from nightmares. And that's what a lot of people have in common. So somebody feels completely, and that's what a lot of people have in common. So that's what I'm shining a light on. It's like when people are focusing on their financial independence, they're not giving any energy to certain things. Somebody is well aware of what people are talking about. Somebody is well aware of what people are talking about. They're just not giving any more energy to it. Yeah, something has just been a complete nightmare, you know, for somebody. And something could have been traumatic. So somebody is acting like they did not play a role in it, right? So source is saying that's where the compassion comes in here. That's where compassion comes in. Somebody had wished they had just walked away from something. They wish they had just tossed something into a burning bowl. Like somebody wished they weren't so confused on a beach. Somebody could have been on a beach. Somebody wished they weren't so confused in hindsight about something. So somebody's, you know, living with their guilt. So here we have the Emperor card here. But somebody felt like something was their way or the highway. It's like a couple felt like something was their way or the highway. So here we have, yep. So somebody feels like they made a deal with the devil. So yeah, once a door is closed and there's no air coming in or out, that's what this feels like for somebody. Somebody has enough information of who's attached to whom. Aries, Capricorn, Taurus. So yeah, somebody's already moved on. So somebody has a their North Node is in Sagittarius. I don't know if that's you. So about somebody's North Node is in Sagittarius. Somebody wanted to be in their North Node. Somebody wanted to be in their somebody wanted to move. You know, somebody wanted to move. They felt lucky to be able to move, you know, so somebody wasn't. Here's a 3 right here. So somebody was talking about moving. Somebody heard, all they heard was money. Somebody heard, you know, traveling. Like somebody, in hindsight, somebody just didn't hear, like somebody knew exactly how to appeal to someone's temptations, in other words. Looking at the cards here. So now someone feels completely out in the cold, like they just feel completely left out of something. So I don't know who this is, but and somebody's sitting there cool, calm, and collected, like they don't know what's going on. But whoever's leaving everybody out in the cold is fully aware of everything. They've been alerted. They already moved on. They got full knowledge. Anyway, here we have, yeah, somebody has King of Swords energy. Somebody's very smart. So yeah, here we have the 4, and they're being conservative with their time. So whoever this is, somebody's being conservative with their time. Yeah. Yeah, so they're just pouring into themselves. Whoever this energy is, they're just pouring into themselves. Yeah, yeah. And focusing on their money. So that's what I'm seeing here in the cards. This is what you have in common. This is what you have in common with someone. Is that once you know who is connected to what, you don't give it any more air. Because once you're like, okay, once you're your fixed sign, right? And once you know who's connected to what, you just say, okay, you can go. It's like one way or the other. It's almost like, okay, you won't be blindsided again. You got the information you need, you just move on, right? Yeah. You're taking your power with you. Yeah, Seven of Swords. This is what you have in common with somebody. You're like moving on. Yeah. Somebody realizes some energies are nightmares and they just moved on. They just said, you know what? You recalled your power and you moved on. And that is what I see for you. You have closed your door, airtight. So you're basically, whoever you are, you're like, you know what goes on behind your closed doors, you're not giving people access. And a lot of people have had to learn that, and that's smart. So somebody is like, let whoever think whatever. Good for you. More money is coming soon. Yeah, so heart chakra cleanse is what I'm seeing here. So yeah. So somebody plans to disrupt your money, backfire. So your enemy's plan backfire. Yep, the answers you seek are coming. And so third eye chakra cleanse. Yep, follow your heart. Everything in moderation. So you have the gift of clear cognizance. This is psychic knowledge about other people. The new one is extra special. Booked and busy, not bitter and burdened. Yeah, so you're closing out a cycle in love. Somebody is not happy without you. Yeah, much better lies ahead. Somebody apologizes for hurting you. And so you have the gift of telepathy. This is a transference of thoughts, feelings, ideas, whether they're intuitively, emotively, or superconsciously. But yeah, you have something in common with someone. I mean, like people, once they realize who's behind what, they just shut their door airtight. Like, I'm keeping people out of my business. That's where you are. Whoever you are, Leos, that's where you are. You're like, I'm keeping people out of my business. That's why I keep trying to tell people, take your stuff off of social media. I mean, like for real, that's not, everything is not for the world. Yeah, so the spy is now turned on. Yeah, so the angel and prophecy of wisdom is with you. Some people need to be familiar with every little thing. You'd be surprised, you know, people, somebody on their way to their north node, people were just being bullied on their way to their north node. People will bully you because they want to attach themselves with, you know, who you're familiar with, who you know. You know, so they can say they was right there with you. They want to, you know, pile up in the car with you. They want to be taken. Whoever you are. And what was the documentary I was watching? I don't really get into the documentary because the whole set. I mean, I was watching this documentary, and the ending of the documentary was just pretty sad. It's like this artist. They were like, people had cameras in their face on their way to their, you know, superstardom. It was just how people were just exploiting people. Everybody wanted a piece of this energy, you know, and so. But it happens a lot with just people in general. Like, so the person just didn't even have a chance to even, you know, anyway, reframe. So this is happening for me, not to me. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. It's like on your way to your north node, wherever you are, remember your 10th house, career and vocation, right? So you could have had a career in one thing, but your calling could have been, you've always been on your way to your vocation, your inner calling, right? You've always been on your way there, but you could have built a career doing something else, right? But on your way, there's people who want to pack up and go with you, right? Bully you, talk to you a certain kind of way. They want to be familiar with every little step that you take, and you don't even have a chance to like relax and just be like, okay, well, wait a minute, let me rest. Hold on, let me think. That's you being in your your divine feminine energy, right? Without people just, you know, telling lies. Oh, they talk to me some kind of way and I don't like them, and you know, they bullied me. You know, you're like, what? So anyway, so Source is trying to tell somebody. That's why some people, they like, you know what? They just move on, like whatever. Tell whoever whatever. They just close their door. They don't like whatever. So yeah, so I'm just shining a light on something. So whoever you are, so it's like the moment you start realizing now you have access to your birth chart, please go pull your birth chart, y'all. Please pull your birth charts. I got a link to birth charts on my website, Queen Amun Ra. They are queenamunra.com. They are free. Go pull your birth chart. They are free. I can't even reiterate that enough. You don't have to pay anything for it. All it takes is your time. Go pull your birth chart. Find out what your sign is in your North Node, your 10th house, right? On your way, you're going to realize whatever career you're building, that doesn't mean that you have to quit your job, right? Doesn't mean that you have to end relationships with friends and family members. No, you don't have to do any of that. You're just now kind of sort of narrowing some things down, like, okay, this adds a little bit more structure to it. You do not have to cut people off. You really don't. But now you're saying, okay, now I'm seeing something on paper. Okay, now it's starting to make sense. This will set me apart from every other Leo on the planet. So before I go screaming, I represent all Leos on the whole planet, this will set me apart from every other Leo, right? This what makes me a special gift to Leos, right? So somebody is taking a leap of faith. So somebody felt really, really bullied. Somebody was on their way to their North Node, but somebody felt bullied. Somebody felt like, I feel like whoever, everybody can't, that's what I keep trying to tell Leos. Everybody cannot handle the sunlight like Leos. I'm not trying to boost y'all ego for real, but whether you're a man or woman, it don't really matter. Everybody is not interested in that. Some people really, really like just kind of the quiet, quaint, just sit back, relax, don't want to be all out there in front of, you know, this and that. That's just how some people are. So anyway, the spy is turned on, and that is what I have for you. But somebody has enough information at this point. You know, somebody has enough information, but like I said, something is being reframed. Yeah. For you, but yeah. I feel like looking at your cards, whoever you are, Leos, the sooner you all recognize that, the sooner you all will start to see that a lot of you all will have your biggest supporters in your inner circle. For real, a lot of you all will have the biggest supporters in your inner circle. You'll start to see a lot of your loyalty in your inner circle, because people are really starting to learn the difference between soulmates and twin flames. Y'all will have your own cheerleading squad, men and women, y'all own cheerleading squad. A lot of people don't have a problem with Leo shining. Yeah, but some kind of obstacle and challenge, something is just broken. So just in my journey, you know, our strength card, a lot of people like shining a light on Leos. A lot of people like y'all's confidence, believe it or not, because it helps other people to. Okay, now I had to pop up. Hold on for a second. Yeah, your confidence, believe it or not, that's why I always tell Leos, don't turn down your light, because it really helps people to, you know, learn how to gradually rise above the judgment in other areas of their lives. But it's gradual, because remember, this is the outermost planet, right? And so generationally, some people have really been judged generationally, so it's going to take years for some people to come out of that shell. Not just being 1-2 encounters with a Leo, just because y'all came out the womb like ta-da up in your face, right? It takes people years like to come into that, you know, recognizing, but something broke somebody to almost be forced to just kind of sort of come out of a shell. It breaks people when they almost forced to come out of a shell too fast. And that's something that you all are learning. That's something that you all are learning, that people will move on real fast. It's just like, wow, it just throws me. It's almost like people, whoever I'm talking to, and I feel like I'm talking to a lot of Leos, it's like, let people put you on that pedestal. Like, there are people genuinely, they're not hating, they genuinely love to see Leo shine. Like, here, you go ahead and shine. I'll be your biggest cheerleader. I just want to back here and shine. They're not lazy. They work hard in their purpose. They're not lazy. They just want to see you shine. They're in their lane. They want you to be in your lane, shining bright like a diamond. But if it's too fast, too soon, they move on. People move on. So yeah, they almost see it as opposition. It's almost like, okay, I got your back. I got your back. I'm here. I got your back. But then if it's too fast, too soon, it's almost like an open enemy. Like, oh, okay, you lazy. You know, it's almost like opposition up front. If it's too fast, too soon, it feels like opposition. It feels like if they don't act fast enough, you know, it's just like, okay, you gonna attack me? Like, are we in court? Are you think I'm lying because I'm not thinking fast enough? I'm not acting fast enough. Something's not going on fast enough. Like that kind of stuff, right? So people feel judged. They feel like if they're not doing things like, you know, you're doing things fast enough. So hopefully that's helping someone. But yeah, that's why I speak so highly of you all on my channel, because I want you all to know that everybody is not hating on Leos. There are a lot of people who are very secure in their purpose, and you'll find a lot of people will give you all your flowers if you just be in full Leo mode and let other people be fully in their mode. Y'all can be shining brighter than the sun if y'all want to, and people will still support you all. But that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful, and I think that's it. But yeah, something is helping you to reframe. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Bye.